Have you ever wanted to make a vision board and got all excited about the idea, but then you realize that would mean cutting images out of magazines you don't even have and pasting it onto poster boards you don't want to buy? Well, same. And these types of vision boards always end up looking like an elementary school project gone wrong. And let's be honest, some of them are just plain ugly. This is why even though I've always wanted to create a vision board, I could never bring myself to make one. But in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create one for your iPhone, Macbook, and to put up on your walls. You'll create a vision board that's clean, minimal, and actually pretty to look at. No magazines, scissors, or craft supplies needed. Hey there, I'm Sarah Luna, and I'm a creative director with 15 years experience in visual design, marketing, and creative operations. So you can understand why creating a vision board that is aesthetically pleasing is really important to me. I'm also primarily a digital designer, so I'm really excited about creating a vision board for all of my digital spaces. And this year, I've also decided that I want to put it up on my wall so that I can see it every day. So I'm gonna print it and frame it, and I'm big on home decor, so you know it's gotta look good if it's gonna go up in my home. So make sure you watch till the end to see how it all turns out. By the way, it's beautiful. All right, let's get into it. If you haven't done this, check out my video on how to set goals with your partner and create an action plan together. And you can use it even if you're single, the steps still apply. I'll add the link to that video in the description below. We are gonna design our vision board in Canva. If you aren't familiar with Canva, it's a graphic design program made for non-designers. It makes it really easy to create custom graphics with a few clicks. If you've never tried it, you're gonna love it.
Canva is free, but if you wanna try Canva Pro for 30 days free, just click the link in the description below.
Go ahead and log into your Canva account. We're gonna start by designing the desktop wallpaper. Hit the Create a Design button here. Canva already has preset sizes for most designs. So let's go ahead and search for desktop wallpaper. You can see that Canva's default size for a desktop wallpaper is 1920 by 1080. I'm going to select this option to show you how to search for pre-made templates, but I'll also show you how to get the exact screen resolution of your MacBook for those of you who want to create a custom size. So we'll come back to this in a moment. So to use one of Canva's pre-made templates, go ahead and select desktop wallpaper, click on it, and your artboard will open up. From here, you can search for a pre-made template. Click on the design icon and let's search for vision board. You should see a lot of beautiful template options to choose from. Just scroll through and select the one you want. You can also search for mood board. That's another good search term. You'll get additional options to select from. I'm going for a clean, minimal design. So if I was gonna choose a pre-made template, I'd probably select something like this. It's really simple and minimal. Once you selected your pre-made template, you'll be able to add photos and images and customize this vision board to your liking. I mentioned earlier that I show you how to get the screen resolution of your particular MacBook. Most newer MacBooks have screen resolutions much larger than the default 1920 by 1080 pixels. So if you want your desktop wallpaper to look crisp and not look blurry, you'll want to create it at a larger size. To find your exact screen resolution size on your MacBook Pro, go to the Apple icon, About This Mac, System Report, under Hardware, select Graphics, Displays, and then you should be able to find your screen resolution. My MacBook is 2880 by 1800 pixels. The newer MacBook Pros are even larger than that. Now that I've got my exact screen resolution, I want to create a desktop wallpaper at this size. Let's go back to the Canva dashboard, hit the Create a Design button. We're going to create a custom size. Change the measurement 2 pixels. For my wallpaper, I'm going to enter 2880 for the width and 1800 for the height. And we can create the new design by clicking the button here. Your artboard will open up like this. I've already shown you how to search for pre-made templates, but I personally want to start from scratch, so I'm going to search for a pre-made grid instead. This will allow me to customize my vision board to look exactly the way I want. To do this, click on the elements icon and search for grids. Click the See All link here and then scroll until you find one you like. Once you found it, click on it to add it to the artboard. Now you can add all your vision board elements to the grid. You can also just free flow it and stack images of different sizes on top of each other if that's more your vibe. That feels a bit too messy for me personally, and I want a clean and minimal look, so I'm gonna stick with the grid.
I've got it ready here and I've left this space empty on purpose because this is where all my files will sit, because nobody wants a cluttered desktop, right? So I don't want it looking messy and hard to see. I'm going to go ahead and add some color by adding a shape and making it a pretty neutral tone. Now we're ready to start designing. I'm going to begin by adding my vision words to help guide my image selection. I want to make sure that I'm covering all the things I plan to accomplish this year. I'll start with my word of the year, which is experiences. I'm going to add a black bar so I can see my words clearly. I'll go ahead and click elements and add a square shape. I'm going to update it to black and resize it to a rectangle. Now I'm going to add my font by clicking the text icon here, and I'm going to add a heading. Let me resize that so that I can make it bigger. I definitely want to change this font, so to do that, I'm going to click the word and search through the font options in the drop-down menu here. Click here and then scroll through the options and choose something you like. I want to find a pretty serif font, so I'll select that and then scroll until I find one I like. For my vision board, I already know that I want to use a font named 10 Viva Libre, so that's what I'm going to select. I'm going to add in my word, experiences, and I want to change the color to white so that I can place it over my black bar and line it up. Now I'm going to add the rest of my vision words. I pulled all of these from the goals I've already set for myself this year. Once you've got all your words added, you can use them to guide your image selection.
I like the idea of using my personal photos in my vision board, but I don't have photos that represent all of my words, so that's where the internet comes to the rescue.
To source my images, I'm going to use a combination of my own photos along with photos I found on Canva and Pinterest. For my word of the year, the goal is to have more memorable experiences with my husband, so I know I want to add an image of us to my vision board, and I have a nice one of us on a yacht overlooking the ocean that I think is perfect. I want to edit my photo a little bit before adding it to the grid, so I'm going to just click on the image from the sidebar to get it to pop up on the artboard like this. I want to brighten up the image a bit because it's looking a little dull. I can do this by clicking Edit Image and then clicking Adjust so I can tweak the photo a little. I'm going to make it a bit brighter and add some contrast and then tone down the yellows a little and make a few other adjustments. For your photos, adjust these settings to your liking, but you can always skip this step if you already like the way it looks. I'm also going to flip my image because I want us to be looking toward the photo I'll be adding right next to it. Now I'm ready to drag it into the grid. Just drag the image over the square you want it in. You can see that I can put it into any of these squares. If you want to move it to a different square, just hit undo here or Command+Z on your Mac. You can also right-click the image and choose to detach it from the grid like so. I'm going to place it where I want it, and since my hubby's head is getting cut off, I want to bring the image down a bit. To do this, just double-click the image and you can adjust it and even resize it if you want. For my next image, I'm going to search right here in Canva. I want to keep my vision board light and airy, so I'm looking for an image of a beach to represent travel because we want to do more of that this year. I have Canva Pro, and that means I have access to their premium stock photo library. If you're using the free version, you'll only have access to their free library, but you should still be able to find lots of images. Click on the photos icon here and add in your search term. I'm going to search for white sand beach and see what comes up. As you scroll, you'll notice these little crown icons, and that just means those are premium images and you'll only be able to use them if you have Canva Pro. I see an image here I like, and it looks like this one is free, so I'm going to drag it into the grid position here, and I think I want to flip it so it looks like we're looking toward the palm trees. I think this looks good, so I'm going to move on to another section. Let's focus on this corner over here. I'm going to search on Pinterest for this next image. One of the things I want to embrace this year is a more cozy and peaceful lifestyle, so I'm going to search for something like cozy slippers and coffee. Pinterest has a ton of amazing photos, and you can often find cute, stylish images here that you might not be able to find on Canva. The easiest way to get the image into Canva is to right-click and copy, then go to Canva and paste using the keyboard shortcut Command+V on Mac. Drag the image into the grid and you're all set. Now I'm going to look for the rest of my images in all of those places. All right, I'm happy with my vision board. I think it looks perfect. Now I'm ready to download it. Hit the share button, click download, then select the file type. I'm going to choose JPEG for this image. Then I'll download it. From here, it's easy to add the image to your desktop. Just right-click and select the option, and then select the image from your downloads folder. It's looking good, and I'm loving the dedicated space for my files and folders that I've got over here. Now you're ready to create a version for your iPhone. Search online for the lock screen size of your particular iPhone so that your wallpaper fits properly. I have an iPhone 14 Pro, so Google told me that my lock screen size is 1290 by 2796 pixels. Once you've created the new artboard at your custom size, just repeat the steps from part 1. Don't forget to keep the area where your date and time will be displayed free of any words. I added this transparent box here as a safe zone. Once you're done and happy with your design, just save it and add it to your phone.
Now I've got my vision board in all of my digital spaces, but this year I want to be able to wake up every day and see it in my physical space. I'm going to create an 11 by 14 poster that I'm going to frame, and I'm really excited because this is the first time I'm going to print it out and put it up on my wall. I feel like this is going to help me keep my goals front and center all year long, and at the end of the year, I want to see if it actually makes a difference. I'm also excited because I bought this beautiful frame and I think it's going to look amazing in my space. It's definitely a huge step up from that poster board art project look that I personally hate.
Okay, so I'm going to open up my desktop wallpaper version, and we're going to resize this to an 11 by 14 poster. If you have Canva Pro, you can just hit the resize button here. Change the size to 14 inches width and 11 inches height. Copy and resize and make any adjustments you need. If you have the free version, you'll either have to start from scratch or you could copy and paste your desktop version into a new document. I've got mine resized and I'm ready to download and send it off to the print shop. Once you get it back, it's time to frame it. I bought this beautiful floating frame from Amazon that I absolutely love. I think it's going to add a stylish touch and really make this vision board look beautiful. I'll put the Amazon link in the description if you want to buy the same one as me. I think my vision board looks amazing, and I'm so happy that I took the time to create one that I love looking at every day in all of my favorite places.
I hope that this video inspires you to create a vision board that you can put up in all of your digital and physical spaces. If you do, comment below or tag me on Instagram at sarahluna.co because I'd love to know. And if it's your first time creating a vision board like me, congrats on taking the first step to setting yourself up for success. Being able to visualize your goals using a vision board is one tool you can use to achieve them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!